Everyone on Not a Straight Line Live, this is your Act 1 Beginner's Call. Beginners to the stage, please. Act 1 Beginners.
I learned something yesterday, dear listener, and I really want to learn it, internalize it. So I'm going to talk about it this morning. It's from a book called Fierce Intimacy by Terry Real, recommended to me and my wife by my mum quite a while ago now, and we've just started listening to it together on Audible, and we're chapter 5, and the concept that I listened to yesterday was really quite profound. You know, well, you may not have heard it, but a couple of episodes ago, I talked about self-esteem and using that mantra, I matter, I'm enough. I matter, I'm enough. And this chapter that we listened to last night talked about the two types of unhealthy self-esteem. One where you feel less than, and one where you feel more than, less than others and more than others. The first being one, a sense of shame, and one being a sense of grandiosity. And the really, really interesting concept, and Terry described it as, he said, you know, we're all given 6 great ideas in our lifetime, and he regards this as one of his. Just came to him in a flash one day, that it is the same. Excuse me, just clearing my throat there. It is the same emotion going outwards to others or going inwards, and that emotion is contempt. He describes it as like a flashlight. When the beam of the flashlight is out on others, that being contempt, that is grandiosity, that is unhealthy self-esteem, unhealthy esteem. And when that flashlight is turned inwards and that contempt is put into yourself, that's shame. And I don't really know where I'm going with this, but I do recognize that sense of contempt. And I know that in some of my relationships, I do have a sense of superiority. And most of the time when I think about myself, I do recognize that there is, I mean, contempt is such a strong word, isn't it? But I do recognize that there is a sense of contempt inwards towards myself. You know, when I've talked in previous episodes about not being financially, not being in the place financially in my life at 56 that I thought I would be when I was 26, for example. And in the past, I guess, felt shame about that. And that there is an element of contempt there. You know, how can you be so neglectful with your finances, and how could you be so stupid, and how could you, not be as good as, X, Y, Z. And that's unhealthy self-esteem, because I matter and I'm enough. So I haven't taught it as well as, explained it as well as Terry does in Fierce Intimacies. I highly recommend that book, Standing Up to One Another with Love. Every chapter so far, there's been a profound insight or concept. and that was the one from yesterday. So we don't want to be shameful, and we don't want to have a sense of superiority or grandiosity. Oh yeah, here's the other thing about contempt, is that Terry describes it as the root of all psychological violence. Contempt is the root of all psychological violence. And that's really quite profound. Love yourself, love others. Bit of a patchy episode this one today. I guess I'm just exploring these thoughts. Well, I am exploring them in real time. So thank you for listening, and I'll chat to you tomorrow. I love you. Bye.